stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. To all the sons and daughters of the sun. Hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all. In function, in operation, in frequency of the highest version of your true and authentic self. I'm out here with the birds when we tap in. They waiting for me to feed them. Hey, Brother Ali, how you doing today? I'm great, no complaints. I see the robin. The interaction with the neighbor. It's funny that just occurred while we're recording, because while I was in contemplation and meditation, and my higher self spoke to me, you are your neighbor next door. We are our neighbors next door. Our thoughts are only the reflection of somebody else operating with them, having in the frequency of having them same thoughts. So that's a part of why I come here and share. We got that Palo Santo and Blood Dragon Sage in motion. So we're always in a high vibrational and protected space. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. I want to send a little love and positivity, inspiration and motivation to anybody who need it. We are going through trying times, and trying times show us what we made of. So I hope everybody, regardless of where you at on your path, in this present moment of this life stream, I hope this moment finds you in strength, feeling good for no reason at all, operating at the highest frequency of your true self. I feel amazing today, so I hope y'all feel amazing too. And if not, at least if you visit this page and come sit with me for a moment, hopefully you'll feel amazing when you exit. I thank you all. I thank you all, and I thank you all again for giving me this opportunity to not only realize, not only actualize, but actually see who I am through this interaction. Every interaction matters. Some will catch it, some won't. What are we doing spiritually to protect ourselves? That question is important to me because I have a huge responsibility due to what I understand, what I overstand, and what I emanate as well as express in order to protect myself, protect those I care about, and protect you all who come here and vibe with me. And if you rock with me sincerely and genuinely, thank you. Thank you for being here. But what are you doing spiritually to protect yourself, to protect those you care about? What do you know spiritually to be able to protect yourself? Thought matters. all leave impressions. I spoke upon that in the last video. We all leave impressions upon everybody. So, in knowing that and putting myself in a vulnerable place for the world to judge it, I hope whoever comes upon this channel, this platform, this space where I share my personal insights in a collective environment. I hope you all get a word, be uplifted and inspired for whatever you come here for whatever you seek, and for wherever you are going in this journey we call life. It's important because it's always something to correct. It's always something to wake up. It's always something to upgrade. It is always something to activate in us. The journey is never over. Many of us get caught up in the ego. I've been there, so I'm speaking from a personal space, an individual and collective space when I say the things that I'm saying. Many of us get caught up in the ego on the spiritual path and feel like we have learned all there is to know. I done found myself in some devastating places when I got that big-headed. There is never enough to know. There is never enough growing to be made. It's an expansive, it's a very broad and expansive universe. Because we got to get out of local or I'll say this, it's a very expansive cosmos. Because we still only on the levels of local, global, and universal. But we have galaxies in this cosmos, that are the next level to things in our understanding. So it's important to have some type of spiritual foundation. There's a saying that goes, you can only grow as far as your roots are planted in the earth. So that's where things like meditation, affirmations, and what have you, different exercises, yoga, different disciplines, come into play and are essential on the spiritual path, because you can only grow as far as your roots are planted in the earth. Some will catch that. Spiritual warfare is real. Spiritual attack is real. We need to know some things, no matter how small or how much, but we need to know some things to be in a mental space to protect ourselves energetically. And more so to be able to send back energetically energetic attacks that may be sent upon us in any shape or form. Sometimes the walls that we build become the same walls that lock us in. Be mindful of how our ego may be operating against your higher self. When you know what to do when you don't do it, your ego has conquered. When you know what to say and you don't say it, your ego has conquered you. When you know you should make an action or take action and you don't make or take that action, your ego has conquered you. When you know someone is deserving of your apology and you don't extended, your ego has conquered you. Why is all this important? Because we reap what we sow. In the month of October, we will be seeing very fast, what we have been sowing. Because the veils are thin. The ancestors here working, along with whatever else some may be bringing in energetically through their thought force. The veils are thin, so know what you're doing, know what you're thinking, know how you're feeling. Be positive as possible. Be inspiring. Be inspiring as possible. Be as motivating as you could be. Because, as I say, the same walls we build up sometimes be the walls that you get locked in. We don't want to be like that over here. Anything that's rooted, you can only grow as far as your roots extend in the earth. Then anything that's rooted has to grow. Why is that important? Because we need to be more thankful. We need to be more grateful. And in an attitude of gratitude. And we need to be more appreciative of the smallest things, smallest accomplishments, the smallest growth. Because whatever seeds we've been planting should be saying something about us. And it is, even when we don't see it. The seeds that we have been planting during this previous cycle, or whatever type of cycle we may be in, whether it's 3-year, 4-year cycle, 7-year cycle, 10-year cycle, 26-year cycle, all of us are here going through different cycles. But whatever cycle we're on, we should be seeing the seeds, or the fruits, or the flowers, or the plants from whatever seeds we have planted, whether positive or negative. What will your seeds that you have planted say about you? When you don't see in the world what you think you should, or when you don't see in the world what you think should be, you then have to become it. When you don't see in the world what you think should be, you then have to become it. What are we doing to become what we don't see in the world? And who are we being a bridge for to do the same thing? What are we becoming that others may say, damn, I want to follow that path. Look like they know something. We're nothing without each other, no matter how much we have to do it ourselves. And some things we have to do ourselves, and some things we must do ourselves. But in the whole interconnectedness of the interactivity of humanity, we need each other. So I can't stress that enough. For anyone who has an October 22nd birthday, happy solar return. It's a beautiful time on the planet right now. For those of us who here living on the planet right now. It ain't about what we're going through. It's about what we made it through. So give yourself a round of applause. I'm gonna say it again. It ain't what we going through. It's what we already made it through. I say some wild things sometimes, probably. I probably say some things that sound far-fetched sometimes, probably. I even probably say some things that make y'all say, man, this dude's so crazy. That's all good. It's part of how we learn to become authentic with who we gonna be. That may resonate with somebody. Somebody may need to hear that. It's how we become who we gonna be. So, if not for the critics, if not for the judgments, if not for the naysayers, if not for the doubters, if not for the disbelievers, who would you be today without their help? This is the flip side of looking at things, or this is the flip side of looking at negatives from a positive perspective. The more we're able to do that, the better you feel, the more you grow, and the more you're able to not repeat the cycles of same patterns that keep us bound and imprisoned, whether mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Yeah, I say some wild things sometimes, deep and profound things sometimes, humorous, shallow things sometimes, but always spiritual things. Somebody will catch it. My point is, if you be fake to be recognized, that's how you will be recognized. Feel good to feel good for no reason at all. Be true to your highest version of who you see yourself to be and no one else. I love y'all, family. Salute to God. Peace.